Boy, do I have a topic for you today. I want to hear from you down in the comments, whether you love home arcade or, you're an arcade purist and you love the original arcades. I want to hear from you. So take a look. Arcade1Up have these new versions coming out. The one on the left is the Killer Instinct, and this is their 3/4 scale. They've had these for a while on pre-order for $6.99. But now on the right-hand side, they have the Killer Instinct Pro version that's coming out. It's going to be 67 inches tall instead of that 60 inches height on the $6.99 version. And that reminds me, we don't know the prices of the Pro version. People have said that it's probably going to be $8.99 or $1,000. Even someone from Arcade1Up says in 2022 there will be a Pro version that comes out that could be $1,200 MSRP, and hopefully it's packed with a lot of features. We're going to go through some of the features that you're going to see on this cabinet on the right-hand side. 19-inch screen, hap buttons, and you're going to have a coin door that actually works. You can't put quarters in it, but you can press that button. That's what it says in the description for 1 and 2 player start, and to me, that means those buttons actually work. And you're going to get the hap sticks and buttons, 19-inch screen. You're going to have the same Wi-Fi capabilities from the left to the right. But I want to hear from you about this because, see, the Killer Instinct is a title that I wasn't really interested in. But now that they have these two different versions, I think that's going to broaden the reach from Arcade1Up. There's this entire controversy about people that have ordered the Killer Instinct on pre-order for $6.99, but they've already canceled those pre-orders because once the pre-order is available on the Pro version, they're moving up to the Pro. And I think I'll probably do that, but I'm not going to order the Killer Instinct on either one of these. This is just not a game that appealed to me, but let's talk about what you're going to get when you get to that Pro version. So this Pro version has some features in it, like this tin sign. You got the Killer Instinct. You got, like the stool with the back to it. You're going to have hap buttons, which are now blue, and you can see that they've covered the screw holes now. Originally, this picture did not have those covered, so it looks like we're going to get those little screw hole covers, and that will be a good addition. Upgraded speakers, upgraded monitor, a control panel that's wider. I have seen on different websites that it said 22 inches for the width of the control deck. Maybe it's more, maybe it's less. We'll have to figure that out. And so all of these features that are coming on the Pro line has caused a division in the community somewhat. Some people are saying that they're never going to get the Pro line, that the 3/4 scale is for them. Other people are already selling all of their 3/4 scale Arcade1Up cabinets because in anticipation of these new Pro line versions coming out this year. I wouldn't rush to that conclusion. We're probably only going to get up to 4 Pro line versions this year. We don't know if they're re-releases or new titles, so hold your horses on that. I wouldn't jump too quickly because there's a lot of people that own a lot of Arcade1Ups. But what about that price? When you get to a $1,000 price from Arcade1Up, some people say that, well, why don't you just go pick up, an original cabinet at that price? And I've heard, like, Twisted Chris makes a really good argument. He's like, if you want to get a Killer Instinct, it's not $500, $1,000. These are cabinets that are sought after, and they're not always in great condition, and I think that's a really good point that's worthy of a discussion. And there's other people that are probably never, ever, ever gonna buy a real arcade. So all the arcade purists out there, they keep on saying, I don't understand. Maybe you gotta rephrase how you're talking a bit. Like, just say you aren't interested in it. But don't say that you don't understand other people. Well, maybe you don't, and maybe that's your problem. What I've learned from doing this YouTube channel and reading thousands of comments out there is there's going to be people that are only going to buy the 3/4. There's going to be some people that only buy the Pro. And then there's going to be, some people that never buy an Arcade1Up. And there are going to be people that are going to buy only full-size arcades. There's others that are going to play this all on a Pi. And there's going to be some people that play this all on, their Xbox, Series X, or all these different options out there. You have to understand that different people have different skill sets. They have a different price range, and it's all fine. Like, whatever option is best for you is the option that is actually best. So comment down below and trash me. Say these are complete trash, because then I'll say, that's great, because that is exactly what you feel, and you can't be wrong about your opinion, but other people also cannot be wrong about their opinion. Now, I think with Arcade1Up pricing the Pro Series at like $899 or $1,000, they're actually doing some weird price anchoring where the value of the 3/4 scale at $699 might actually be more appealing to people compared to that higher price of the Pro Series. So the Pro Series being at $1,000 could become a new price anchor that people will compare the price of this $699 to. And some people will enter this entire, home arcade space only ever learning about the Pro Series at this big whopping $1,000 price. They see a video on YouTube or they see a price online and then they walk away. They never hear about it again until they walk into a Sam's Club or a Home Depot or Walmart, and then they see this version for $699. They get confused, think it's in some type of price discount, so they go ahead and buy this 3/4 scale, not knowing that their previous price they saw of $1,000 was a completely different cabinet. So we have to educate ourselves and understand. I know there's a lot of people at Home Arcade that completely understand this already, but maybe they've never articulated it, never talked about it. Maybe you got to tell your friends about this idea. There's going to be different price categories for these different Arcade1Ups. And I think what Arcade1Up is doing from a marketing point of view, from a company point of view, is actually really smart. And even though they're coming out with two cabinets around the same time at different price points, the fact that people are canceling the pre-order and then upgrading, it's completely fine from a business point of view. I think from Arcade1Up, they're going to get that sale no matter what. Like, you're going to pick up a Killer Instinct. If you want Killer Instinct, this is the company you have to go. They got the exclusive when it comes to a home arcade product. If you want a home arcade product, you're going to Arcade1Up for the Killer Instincts. You just have to choose whether you're getting this 3/4 scale version, which has online features, or you're going to the Pro version, which has the same gameplay, the same online features, but it comes in a different package. And all these different pieces that they're putting into it, like the tin on the back, the stool, this larger cabinet, the 19-inch screen, the hat buttons, and the marquee. And what we can see is this marquee itself is supposed to be an upgraded version of the marquee. Hopefully someone will get a review on that soon so we can figure out how much more premium that marquee is as well. So whether you're in one boat or the other, the Arcade1Up is probably going to win no matter what, So they could probably sell more 3/4 scales cabinets just because of showing that there's this one that's $1,000. And then other people that probably never would have made the plunge will see relatively, because of that price anchoring, that this is a good deal. Or maybe the Killer Instinct drops down from $699 to $600, and then they see, oh, it used to be $700, now it's $600, and that's way cheaper than buying the Pro version at a whopping $1,000, and they end up selling more of these. Then you can look at it another way. There's going to be a whole bunch of people that are like, I'm going to rebuy all of my cabinets. I'm not going to, I already spent $500 on, all these Big Blue and Street Fighter. Another Street Fighter comes out later in a Pro version, or the Mortal Kombat comes out in a Pro version. And I'm really wondering if, Arcade1Up comes out with some type of Pro version of Mortal Kombat. Will we see MK1 or MK2? Will it have Johnny Cage on the side, but only exclusive on the Pro version? Is that what's going to come out? You can never underestimate what Arcade1Up can do, because their biggest goal for sure is to make money. And to make money, they're trying to appeal to a wider and wider audience. And some people are saying that they're pricing themselves outside their market, but you could look at it another way. By coming out with a Pro version, they're actually attracting more people that were always outside of the market and are only now considering doing Arcade1Up because there is a Pro Series. So the worst thing they could probably do is, unless everybody wants a Pro Series and nobody wants a 3/4 anymore, which I highly doubt, the best thing for them to do is to keep on coming out with these various systems out there. You got the 3/4 version and you got the Pro version, and even maybe a Partycade. And I think another thing that's really interesting about this is that when they do the software development, they only have to do it once. Like the UI between the KI 3/4 and the KI Pro version is going to be the same. The chipset between the two is probably going to be the same. So they get to reuse the cost of those development, that emulation, the online server, they have to tailor per each game to be able to connect. And then you're going to be able to connect and play online gameplay between these two machines because it's the same infrastructure, right? And so they don't have to pay that development cost twice. They only have to pay the development cost of the design of the board. Yeah, I'm sorry, the design of the control panel, the design of the actual machine itself, because they are starting to make these different cabinets unique. But after that, it's just manufacturing costs. The license is probably like different between these two cabinets because fundamentally they're going to be different price ranges, and I think a lot of those royalties are percentage based. So these cabinets are a little bit more expensive, so they probably have to pay a little bit more license fee because of that. They got to share that royalty a little bit more. But again, let me know down in the comments what you think about all of my babbling here about the new Killer Instinct from Arcade1Up. Are you going to pick up that 3/4 scale? Are you going to pick up that Pro version? Which cabinet are you interested in getting a Pro version, or are you out and you're like, that's it, Arcade1Up, I'm never buying from you again? And we'll see you guys in the next video.